blockbuster film, Manifesting. My question will be for first po muna kay Bella and JC. So, nag-relapse na naman po yung mga tao 8 years after po no first part. So, ngayon po, paano niyo po hinugot ulit yung character ni Stella and Fidel after 8 years?
Yes, 8 years. Every time nakikita ako ng mga tao, si Bella yung naiisip nila eh. Uy, si ano, yung partner ni Bella. Tapos syempre maalala nila yung title ng pelikula and I'm happy about it kasi naalala nila yung trabaho. Okay na yung makalimutan nila yung pangalan ko. At least naalala nila si Fidel. And I'm happy about that. And Fidel is such a fun character for me. Nung binalikan ko siya ulit emotionally, ang hirap balikan kasi marami akong points kay Fidel na attitude-wise, hindi ako nag-agree as a person, kung sino man si Fidel ngayon. Pero, syempre, I have to give sympathy to the character at kailangan ko siyang bigyan ng hostisya, kailangan ko maipaintindi sa audience kung paano siya as a person at para magkaroon din ng awareness yung audience na, this is him. And also, with yung kanyang, di ba, defect, ano yun, it was like riding a bike. Kasi si Fidel, he has a pattern, di ba, yung 3 words. So, nagkaroon na kami ng mahabang usapan about it, kung paano na siya ngayon, bilang after a few years, simula nung una. And ngayon nag-mature na siya, nagbago ba? Kamusta na siya? Yun muna.
I think the beauty of this film is present time siya, present age din namin ni JC. So, I think it was easier for us to fall into character this time. Kasi nung dati, college students kami, nung isang daang tula. Campus life, ang dami namin mga kaklase, ang dami namin kasama sa film. So, dami rin nangyayari. Kahit sa personal lives namin, naalala ko, nag-teleserye kaming dalawa, nahiwalay. So, dumadating kami sa Stella nun, pagod na pagod. So, nagsusok na kami bago mag-shoot nito na napanood mo ba yung isang daang tula para kay Stella recently? So, I rewatched it before we came here. We went to set para fresh lang si Stella sa utak ko para alam ko kung paano siya nagsasalita dati, paano siya naglalakad. And na-realize ko, I don't remember filming half of isang daang tula para kay Stella kasi nga lagi kami puyat. Pero ang sarap niya panoorin. So I think when they gave us this, when they gave us isang daang awit para kay Stella, I was excited kasi ngayon kaya ko mag-focus sa kanya. I made sure na dito lang ako nakatutok nung nag-shoot kami. And it's different now. Yun nga, wala kami sa campus setting. So halos kami tatlo lang lagi yung magkaka-eksena. So I think we really got to play with our characters this time around. Plus, ang helpful na meron na kaming songs from the first movie na very nostalgic. Parang pag tumutugtog yung balisong, yung 241, pumapasok na agad ako kay Stella. Minsan kahit eksenang hindi nakakaiyak, naiiyak ako dahil naririnig ko yung song. So, laking factor ng nostalgia, I think, for me at least, to get into character. Yan po.
Thank you po. My next question is for Kyle po. Congratulations also, Kyle. Pwede mo po bang ipakilala sa amin si Clyde? And then, gaano ka-pressure na pumasok sa isang film na iconic na?
Yeah, wow. Mahirap po talaga.
Pressure.
Sobrang hirap naging vlog din mo.
Paano ko po ba pwedeng ikwento? So, sa napanood niyo po sigurong trailer, malalaman niyo na kung paano po yung connection namin magiging parang tulay ako kung paano sila nagkabalik sa isa't isa sa buhay nila. I can't say too much because I don't want to spoil too much about life. Pero ang masasabi ko lang dito, lagi ko po sinasabi, dito sa tatlong character na to, you're gonna learn so many different versions of love. That could be love for someone else and also love para sa sarili. So doon ako na-excite para na kay Clyde. Malalaman yung paano ba dapat mahalin yung sarili mo. going back to kung na-pressure po, oo po sobra, sa totoo lang. Nung pinits po sa akin ito, una ko po sinabi, sabi ko, sigurado po ba kayo ako talaga yung naisip niyo para dito? Pero, nagpapasalamat po ako sa Viva Films dahil pinaramdam po nila sa akin yung importante ng character ni Clyde. And these two never made me feel the pressure. Super blessed to be working with such amazing actors na pinaramdam nila sa akin na parte ako ng show, ng movie na to. So, I didn't feel too much pressure, pero to myself, I was making sure na mabigyan ko lang ng justice ang napaagang ng kwento nila Fidel at Stella.
Thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you for your question. That was Angelica Villanueva of Manila Standard. Up next, we have Von Belinari of TV5 Digital.
Hi, good afternoon, Bella, JC, and Kyle. Of course, congratulations muna in advance. Siguro yung una kong tanong ay para kay Bella and kay JC. 8 years ago, yung 100 tula, grabe yung success niya, no? Commercially and critically. Now, nandito sa sequel, how are you taking the challenge to surpass or equal the success of 100 tula? Bella?
Ako personally now, because I also work behind the scenes, syempre nakikita ko yung difference ng cinema after the pandemic. So, actually kaya tayo may MediaCon today, diba? We want to get the word out and we need your help. I think it's not a secret na yun nga, yung current state of movie watching or going to theaters is so different from when Isang Daang Tula Para Kay Stella came out. So, I think we're pleasantly surprised kasi once we started releasing the look test or just photos of Isang Daang Awit Para Kay Stella, grabe yung reaction. We're even hearing from people who watched the first one na parang, oh, pinanood ko yan, kami pa, ngayon, iba na yung asawa niya. You know, like, we saw people grow up with us. So, I'm hoping that the people who loved Isang Daang Tula Para Kay Stella will love this. I think that itself would be parang a good gauge of success for me for this movie. If they feel satisfied after they leave the film, I'll be so happy. I don't want to think na we have to surpass or match yung box office returns ng Isang Daang Tula Para Kay Stella kasi we put a lot of hard and good work in the film as well as Direk Jason Polak Samana. This happened parang after such a long and tedious process of back and forths. Ang dami ng script na dumating sa amin ni JC bago kami umabot dito sa script na to. So, I would like to think na people will watch it because it's good. Or they'll watch it because they watched the first one and now they want to see what happened to Fidel and Stella and now Clyde. But, yun, ayaw ko isipin kung ano mangyayari box office-wise. Yeah.
Good points. JC?
Actually, I'm the worst person to ask this. Wala naman akong pressure dun sa pagiging recap. Kasi I think it's a producer's pressure or directors. Hindi ko alam. Ako kasi parang, syempre gusto namin balikan ulit yung mga tao nanood nung panahon na yun. We're banking on nostalgia this time. So gusto namin panoorin nila kami ulit. And we were actually reaching out to them or replying to their messages. And I guess we wish na sana manood yung dating nanood ng Isang Daang Tula Para Kay Stella. And,
Second question ko for Kyle. Kyle, congratulations sa inclusion sa cast. Paano yung dynamics ninyo? Kasi solid na si Bella and JC since then at sa mga previous projects nila. How did you put yourself into the scene and collaborate well with Bella and JC's characters?
Paano kaya? Nagkatrabaho na kami ni JC before. Mas marami pa kaming eksena dito than the last project that I did, of course, with him. Pero, like I said, I think pinakamasasabi ko sa dalawang actor na to is yung professionalism nila is unmatched, na parang pinaramdam talaga nila sa akin na parte ako ng buong production and it's a team effort, kumbaga. I know this is their movie, I respect that so much because
It's our movie.
Your kwento. kwento nila Fidel at Stella, syempre. Sobrang respect ko yung kwento nila. Pero, like, for example, when I just said thank you to Bella, thank you so much for letting me be part of this project. Sagot niya sa akin, thank you for joining the parade. Parang, pinaramdam niya talaga sa akin na they wanted me to be part. And from day one, I never felt the pressure from either of them. And I think, makikita mo yung kalabasan sa movie. Yeah.
Actually, yung dagdag lang ako dun sa character niya. If you see, and I'm sure papayagan naman din Direk Jason, no? Si Clyde ay yung opposite ni Fidel, basically. In terms of physicality and confidence. So, I gelled yung character niya sa amin kaagad kasi, oo nga, no? Siya yung hindi siya.
Something to look forward to. Congratulations, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was Von Belinario of TV5 Digital. Next, we have Roldan Castro of Abandoned Tonight.
Good afternoon kay Bella at saka kay Jess, kay Casey. Ano ang sikreto ng dalawa na hindi kayo nauubusan ng kilig at kahit mapanakit ang mga proyekto nyo?
Hindi ko na nga rin alam eh.
Pag-agaran ko ako, kinikilig ako sa eksena.
I guess, this is what I always, siguro I usually say this sa theater, kasi nga, things that would remind you every time is, lagi mo maaalala yung bagay-bagay kasi nararamdaman mo siya. But it made you feel something that is unusually, na hindi mo nararamdaman palagi. And I think whenever we're together, meron kaming string na pinupul na naririnig ng tao na hindi usually nararamdaman. At ano yun, it's a melancholic feeling every time we were in front of the screen. That's my point of view every time I watch Us. And ang lungkot every time na nakikita ko si Bella at si JC. At the same time, kinikilig din ako, pero at the same time, parang, uy, may pag-asa ba? Is there hope? Lagi may lingering feeling of pain. And so, I guess yun yung tandem namin, yun yung standard, or yun yung flavor. So, I guess hindi nakakalimutan yun ng mga tao, lalo na pag naramdaman. Yeah, I guess. Yes,
Well, I think it goes down to we both like each other as people. I look forward to working with JC every time. So I think it translates. Nakikita siguro nila yung joy din sa mata namin na every time we work. Ako yun eh. Lahat naman siguro na naka-partner na ni JC at dati na naka-partner ko sa ibang project. Sinasabi din naman nila may chemistry eh. But it's so easy to fall back into what we built together. Kasi nakailang pelikula na tayo, naka-anim na ata kami. 8? Okay, naka-8 na pala kami. Sorry. Naka-8 na pala kami. So, minsan nga, ang usapan na namin is, paano natin iibahin to from the last? Kasi ang dami na namin nagawang love stories together. So, we're very conscious about how we work also. Teamwork siya. Pinag-uusapan namin anong ibibigay natin dito na hindi natin nabigay sa huling pelikula. So, yun, it's hard work plus luck plus just genuine chemistry po siguro.
Every year po kasi na nag-work kami with each other, we syempre nagmamature kami, no? We become unpredictable every time to each other. Meron na kang parang tennis match na nga may competition na parang, galing mo dun galing mo dito ganyan. So, I guess, inaano namin pinupush namin yung isa't isa para sa, bago naman yung makita natin. Paano kaya magiging vulnerable dito? Paano mabuhiin dito? Para maayos namin yung rhythm ng maayos.
Actually, nung last shooting day namin dalawa, may kinunan kami na scene na very heavy. Meron kaming ganun to each other, ano ibibigay mo dito? Tapos pagka-cut, sabi ni JC, maganda yung ginawa mo sa line na to Or ako, Caps, sobra ako na-apektuhan dito sa line na to. So, meron lang kaming feedback din sa isa't isa. So, super helpful.
Ayun, ang follow-up ko, siyempre 8 years na itong bago kayo ginawa ulit itong movie na to. May challenge pa ba sa inyo? Ano yung mga challenge na na-encounter nyo? At the same time, nawala ako. Yun. Tapos kay Kyle din, siyempre, ano yung challenge niya na makasama yung magaling na artista na sina Bella at kay JC?
Challenge? Ang biggest challenge namin is I think very protective na kaming dalawa kay Fidel and Stella. So tumagal itong pelikula kasi ang dami naming tanong sa script na ay, hindi sasabihin to ni Fidel or hindi to sasabihin ni Stella. So siguro it was difficult for Direk Jason Paul also and the creative staff of Viva Films, but we wanted it to be clean. We wanted the scripts that we read to have no holes. Para pag napanood nila, ayaw ko kasi na nagbayad yung mga tao ulit para panoorin yung continuation ni Stella and Fidel. Tapos, ay, sana pala hindi na lang. Sana one na lang. Hindi na nila tinuloy. So, I don't want them to have that reaction. Kaya, kaming dalawa, ang dami naming meeting na inupuan talaga namin na, ay, ito, hindi mo namin to sasabihin. Or ito, hindi to gagawin ni Fidel. So, I think the challenge was getting to where we are now, to this version of the script. So, yun po.
Kasi syempre gusto namin ng bukod dun sa bago, of course, we're backing on nostalgia, mabalik namin. Syempre gusto namin ng bagong flavor ng pelikula pag magkasama kami. And the pressure, syempre, kakaiba yun eh. So I guess yun lang yung pinaka-challenging part ng pelikula dun sa pagpili namin ulit sa kanya.
Marami kaming instances din sa ibang versions ng script na nagtatext na kami sa isa't isa na huwag na natin gawin to. Kasi hindi kami satisfied with the story or parang wala siyang character development or ang dami ng taon na lumipas, ito lang nangyari sa kanya. So, dami namin ganun in between 2017 and today. So, yun po.
Okay. Kyle, yung challenge mo na nakasama yung dalawa.
I think pinaka-challenge lang in a whole para sa akin, para sa character ko na to, was just to make sure na I get my story across, kung anong gustong ikwento ni Direk Jason through Clyde, while also being able to be a catalyst din sa kanilang dalawa. Paano ikwento, paano ako naging konektado sa kwento nilang dalawa. I think that was more of the challenge na talagang tinulungan naman po ako ni Direk Jason Paul. He gave me the trust and he really helped me build Clyde through each shooting day. So, as much as we were saying po kanina, nakaka-pressure po talaga yung project. Sa totoo lang, hindi po naging challenging because, yun nga, I'm surrounded by such a good team. And, yun.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you. That was Roldan Castro of Abana. Tonight, for our next question, we have Jeff Fernando of Daily Tribune.
Hello, good afternoon. Hi. For first question for JC and Bella. Nag-number 1 yung movie niyo 8 years ago, di ba, sa pista ng pelikulang Pilipino. And marami rin naging fans yung movie dahil sabi nga nila, iconic siya. So, ang question ko is, bakit daw kailangan hintay ng 8 years bago ito sundan?
Nagka-pandemic.
May dapat tayo i-shoot bago mag-pandemic. Tapos sakto ng pandemic. So, natigil siya. Tapos, lumipad na ako ng London. Umalis ako. Tapos nabalitaan ko may iba nang ipa-partner kay JC. Nag-text ako kay Tita June, talaga po, hindi na po ako si Stella. Yun lang yung text ko. Tapos nabalitaan ko, tinanggal na po yung dapat na artista yun. And inintay na lang nilang umuwi ako.
So, muntik nang maging hindi ikaw?
Yeah. Muntik na ako. Nalaman ko lang kay JC din.
Almost.
Yeah, they almost replaced me.
Si Stella?
Yeah, yeah. It was supposed to be a different Stella. Yeah. Yun lang talaga yung text ko. Talaga po, hindi na po ako si Stella.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history. I'm Stella again.
Hinintay ka talaga ng project?
Opo. And yun nga, yung script po, ang daming versions muna. Hindi kasi namin alam anong gagawin sa present time. Like, I don't know kung nabanggit to ni Direk Jason Paul sa first press ko namin before, but Isang Daang Tula para kay Stella is loosely based on his college life. So it was very personal to him. So ngayon, what happens in the present time, hindi naman na sila nagkikita ni Stella. So now everything is reimagined, everything is all in his head. So we had to wait for the right story.
Okay. JC,
I guess po, kung nangyari to even before, the years before, or 2019, or baka paghihilaw siya. So ang ganda na rin po siguro na naluto siya ng maayos, umabot ng 8 years para maging masarap.
Okay. Okay. Para kay next question ka for JC, may speech defect yung character mo dito. Ayun, paano mo inaral yung character na yon? And mas naintindihan mo ba yung mga taong may ganong disability in playing this character?
Actually, inalabas po namin sa pelikula na meron po talagang association or an institute na may speech defect. Nakasama ko po sila sa eksena at may isa po akong katabi doon na na talagang meron siyang speech defect. And kamusta ka? Sabi niya, napanood mo ba yung unang pelikula nito? Sabi niya, Kuya, sabi niya, ito yung nagbigay ng confidence sa akin nung napanood ko to. Kaya ako nakakapagtrabaho ngayon. And sabi ko, sana naman, tama ba yung ginagawa ko? Kasi minsan po, I just keep doing it na hindi ako insensitive na ako. Pero, sir, lahat ng ginagawa niya nung panahon na yun, ako yun. at sinabi ko yun kaagad kay Direk Jason and he posted about him. And I guess, isa to sa reason kung bakit kailangan din siguro ipalabas para meron talaga, we feel those kind of inferiority or fear, di ba? This is, maybe this movie is for you. And,
Okay. Last question na lang po for Kyle. Kyle, after watching this film, may inis ba ang audience sa'yo?
Posible po.
Okay.
Honestly.
Ready ka doon? Ready ka?
Magiging honest na po ako.
Oo.
May mga naiinis na po sa akin bago pa panoorin yung film na to at may mas maiinis pa sa akin siguro pagkatapos. Pero ang kagandahan naman po ng character na to, I think sa lahat ng characters naman, may revelation naman. You'll find some kind of peace within Clyde. Feeling ko naman may marami pong makaka-relate sa kanya actually when it comes to personal insecurities. And ang gusto ko lang sabihin sa mga maiinis pa po kay Clyde, and in general, pag naiinis ka sa tao, alamin mo kasi it always comes from somewhere. And malalaman nyo sa film na to kung saan nanggaling si Clyde.
Okay. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you.
To add lang quickly po to your question kay Gael, what I have to say about his performance po here, he makes, hindi kasi, ang dami ko na nakikitang comments na galit na sila kay Gael, umpisa pa lang. So, what I have to say is he made Clyde very human. So, maiintindihan niyo kung bakit siya ganun. So, it's really nice.
Thank you for your questions. That was Jeff Fernando of Daily Tribune. Up next, we have Kate Adahar of Random Republica.
No.
Hi, good afternoon. Kasi yung kind of love na meron si Fidel, napapasulat siya ng tula, ng awit. Kayo ba, how does love change you? Or ano yung mga nagawa niyo because of love?
Papasulat ako ng script. Ano ba? Hindi ko na alam.
Napapasulat siya ng script.
live performer ako syempre, so dadaling ko sa play ko or sa mga projects ko. That's my kind of arts. So,
Napapasulat po ako ng kanta. Yun na lang siguro, safe na lang answer ko. Ikaw,
Yun po, script siguro.
nagpapasulat ka.
Hindi, napapasulat. Na-inspire ako magsulat. Or, ano ba? Yun lang. Actually, sa movie na to, mas si Fidel ako kaysa si Stella. So, yun.
And for JC, kasi nabanggit na nga yung sa speech defect, it's hard enough na umarte ng drama.
Yes.
Parang, paano mo yun binalansa yung pag-deliver din ng defect?
Sobrang hirap po. Isa po to sa pinakamahirap na character ko. Ang dami kong kailangan isipin para lang minsan sa isang linya o sa isang eksena. Actually, every scene ko nito sumasakit yung ulo ko kasi isipin ko yung 3-word rule, isipin ko yung emotion na napakabigat, isipin ko yung insecurity ni Fidel, isipin ko yung camera, isipin ko yung direksyon ni Direk, at saka saan ako itilaw, at saka saan ako aangulo. It's one of those challenging things I've ever done in the movies, probably. And sana mapagtagumpayan ko siya, sana napagtagumpayan ko siya. I don't know kung nag-translate pa siya dun sa trailer. But,
Naiyak ako sa trailer.
oh, okay.
nag-translate siya doon.
Translate. Pero actually, this time around for this movie, ang I think, emotionally bigat ay mapupunta sa role ni Stella. Nasa kanya lahat ng mga nasa kanya lahat ng mga emotionally challenging moments. Packed yung role niya ng gano'n. And marami na kaming nakunan na eksena na andyan siya and then she's being present about it and she's super generous about it. At nakikita ko yung struggle nito. so habang binubuo niya ulit si Stella, I'm proud of her. I'm proud of what she's done so far.
Tanong nila ikaw eh.
Ay, sorry, nalipat siya.
Dahil pinuri ko si Kyle kanina, what I have to say is, ngayon ko lang nalaman na nahihirapan pala siya. Kasi pagka-excel mo siya, no wait. Wala akong nararamdaman. Ano na nga minsan eh, parang feeling ko instinctive na sa kanya yung 3-word rule, yung stutter. I don't see him question his acting choices before we get to the set. So, kung nahirapan ka man, hindi namin nahalata. Ang galing.
Yes! That's the goal.
Good luck.
Thank you, that was Miss Kate at the Heart of Random Republica. For our next batch, please do stand by Jojo Panaligan of Rider PH, CJ Buad of CJ Says Vlog, Nurse Alma of GMA Entertainment Digital, Alan Sancon of Stars Photo, Ian Lee Estrella, TikTok content creator, and Alan Policarpio of Inquirer. Our next question will be coming from Jojo Panaligan of Rider PH.
Thanks, Jean. Ang question ko kay Bella.
Yes, hello po.
Hi, Bella.
Hello.
Kanina sinabi ni JC na meron sa character niya na
Ano ba?
as JC, he doesn't agree with, pero kailangan niyang makisimpatya to do the role well. Ikaw din ba may ganun ka kay Stella?
I'm the exact opposite of JC here. Parang may, yung acting process ko naman is ako yung number one defender ng character ko. So minsan may mga napapatulan ako sa TikTok kasi yung mga comments nila is, naku, sasaktan mo na naman si Fidel. Nag-explain talaga ako na hindi, dito nang galing si Stella. So, baliktad ako. Parang once I say yes to a character, I make sure na I would be the first person to understand where she's coming from. So, personally, questionable, as Bella, questionable yung mga choices ni Stella sa buhay. Those are things I probably wouldn't go through in my real life. But, yun nga eh, parang when I said yes to the first and now the second film, I made sure na if anyone questions Stella, like, why did she do this, why did she say that, I know the answer. So, even if I don't agree with her, I hope hindi niyo siya mahalata when you watch it.
My follow-up, obviously, importante si Stella sa karera mo, no? Yung character na yan. Hindi ka ba na-tempt na i-co-write yung I mean, given pinapakinggan pa nga lang kita, ramdam ko na how invested you are sa character mo.
Yeah.
So, hindi ka ba na-tempt na i-co-write? At saka, paano mo pinipigilan yung sarili mo na, ay, actor lang ako dito?
I was offered to co-write isang daang awit para kay Stella a few times. Lalo na nung may time na may version kaming hindi talaga nagustuhan and JC already, I think, told them na he didn't want to do it anymore. I remember them calling me in the middle of the night. Nasa Bohol ako. Nasa bakasyon ako. They were asking me to parang jump on a meeting to co-write the film. But ako very careful ako to not overstep. This is Direk Jason Paul's story. And he's such an open and such a smart person na pag sinabi namin why this version doesn't work for us, he gets it right away and then he changes that. So I appreciate Direk Jason Paul not only as a director in this film but also as a creative genius that brought all of us isang daang tula para kay Stella. So I wouldn't want to offend him. So I really didn't want to co-write this project. I always correct also, a lot of people think I wrote the first one. So I always correct and say this is Direk Jason Paul's story. So syempre, pag nasa eksena na kami, he allows us to change some lines. Or when I say Direk Jason Paul, parang bilang babae. Kasi syempre, iba yung perspective din ng lalaki at babae. Bilang babae, hindi to gagawin ng isang babae. He graciously accepts that. So, I only go that far. Like, how far an actor can go. So, yun. If I get the chance one day kung magkaka-third film pa to, I might say yes kung ipapa-correct nila, but not for this film.
Sorry, I just... How would you have felt if someone else had done Stella?
Oh, I would have been really mad. Kung iba daw yung gumawa ng character ni Stella.
I don't think anyone else can do it better than you.
Thank you. That's very kind. Thank you. Hindi naman kasi dapat kami yung gagawa ng isang daang tula, diba? This was a project for 2 different actors. So, binigay ito sa amin parang last minute ano na lang kami, pairing na baka mag-work si Bella and JC. I think we're here because we're meant to be Fidel and Stella, and I love Stella so much, the film and also the character. Like you said, I think it put me on the map as an actress. I think people started taking me more seriously as an actress after Isang Daang Tula para kay Stella, not just as a working actor, but an actor who can bring, I guess, money in. So I got trusted with better roles after this. So I'm not gonna let anyone else play Stella if I have the last say. So, yun po. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Jojo Panaligan of Rider PH. Up next, we have CJ Buada of CJ Says Blog.
So, hi guys, good afternoon, and isa ako sa mga umiyak nung Isang Daang Tula.
Sorry po.
Yeah. Ang sakit-sakit guys. Ngayon naman, paano nyo ipapakilala si Fidel at Stella sa mga Gen Z? Kasi yung mga Gen Z, di ba, medyo wala na. So, paano nyo sila ipapakilala right now? Stella, ikaw muna.
Tumingin ako kay JC kasi paano ba ipakilala ng isang tao sa Gen Z? Hirap ng tanong. Wait lang, ganda ng tanong. I wanna answer this properly.
Can I say something as a Gen Z perspective? Ako po kasi, inamin ko na po ito dati, pero aminin ko po ulit ngayon, hindi ko pa napanood ang Isang Daang Tula para kay Stella. And that was also in my way. I didn't want to know anything about Stella and Fidel going into the movie. Siguro pagkatapos po ng premiere night, promise, papanoorin ko po yung first. Pero, I'd like to say, as a Gen Z, I've always known this film have such a big impact, and I would say Philippine pop culture, when it comes to, when you would talk about that heartbreak movie that a lot of people would talk about. Lagi pinag-uusapan ng Isang Daang Tula para kay Stella, and I think they, naramdaman po ulit ng mga tao yun nung in-announce na uulit na may sequel. Ako, not being a viewer, but being able to read the comments, and talagang ang daming sumunod, ang daming nakaalala ng kwento nila. And I feel like it's to introduce this to my generation. We already know the impact it had before, so I think a lot of us are still excited to see what their kind of love back then could bring to a time like now. So yun.
Yes, Kyle. As a millennial, relax malala. Sabi nga. Yes, Ben.
I think, yeah, that's the perfect answer. We have Kyle. He's our Gen Z rep. He definitely brings a lot of freshness and youth to the film. I think his audience would love the film and also his character because we grew up also ang dami, di ba si Fidel sa part 1, yung dahilan kung bakit nagkaroon ng Isang Daang Tula is because he doesn't speak up. And I think the number one thing I think of when you say Gen Z is they know how to speak up. So, in this movie, kasi Fidel finds his voice. So, I think makaka-relate yung Gen Z sa character development naming dalawa. Plus yung courage ng character ni Kyle. Yung character kasi ni Kyle wala siyang fear eh. May gusto siyang gagawin ko. May gusto kong ligawan ko. It's so apparent in the movie that even direct Jason Paul actually nung pinitch niya sa amin to, meron siya mga words na hindi namin alam.
Sasabihin ko pa lang eh.
Yeah.
Actually, mas Gen Z pa nga minsan si Direk Jason Paul sa akin eh. So, totoo lang magkabasa ko po ng script. So, I think, yeah.
May mga terms siya doon na alpha, ganyan-ganyan na. Gusto pala sa TikTok na hindi ko alam. Limerence, may mga ganyan si Direk Jason Paul na he told us, no, this is what they will understand now. So, inaral din namin siya, yun pala yung alpha, yun pala yung limerence, ganyan. So, I think one thing also about this movie that's different from the first is, sa first, it really felt like a cinematic experience na parang dream girl niya to, pinapansin siya. You know, it's such a it's such a romance movie na parang hindi ito mangyayari sa totoong buhay, sa totoo lang. Itong bagong film, it's so grounded on reality, which I think really speaks out to the Gen Z audience. So, very different.
Fidel.
I guess yung pelikula namin, it's katulad ng mga Gen Z ngayon, they're emotionally sensitive na. At marami ngayon, di ba, na parang magbabago ba ako para sa taong mahal ko? Hindi, magiging unapologetic ako. Yung society may problema, hindi ako. So, si Fidel, nandun siya eh. Nandun siya sa, ganito ako eh. So, tatanggapin niya ba ako o hindi? Huwag bumulong na lang ba ako? Kasi nga, yung pelikula namin, ano ba siya? Nakabattery kami ng fear. Lalo na sa character ni Fidel. With all his insecurities and everything. Paano niya get over yun? Paano niya he worked his way around his insecurities? At nagtagumpay ba siya o hindi? Kasi even in the first movie, di ba, may tendency maging red flag talaga si Fidel eh. so ito sa pelikulang to, tumawid. yung mga possibilities na iniisip nyo sa kanya noon, dito lang lumabas.
Okay, for my last question is that, sabi sa trailer, pwede na kaya? As Stella, as Fidel, as Clyde, paano nyo sasagutin yung tanong na pwede na kaya without spoiling anything?
As our characters,
Yeah. Pwede din. Pwede na kaya?
Pwede na kaya.
kailan namin masasabi pwede na kaya?
Paano mo daw sasagutin yung question na pwede na kaya as Clyde?
As Clyde.
Okay na muna. Okay na muna.
Sige, Stella.
Pasok ako sa 3-word rule. First Stella ha. Kaya. Pwede na. Yan.
Oo, pwede na.
Clyde.
Oo, ikaw na yan.
Okay guys, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Los.
Tanong ko ah.
Ganda ng mga tanong mo.